Good afternoon, y'all. Today I'm going to make stuffed cabbage. Uh, when my mother made it years ago, it was always a dinner that we enjoyed. And we always called it Halupki. It was a recipe that she got out of the newspaper. And I think it was a Polish recipe or along those lines. So I'm going to mix it up here. It calls for 1.5 pounds of ground beef, and I've only got 1 pound. So I thought, well, I got that extra sausage that I got, when I placed my last grocery haul order. I thought, well, I'll just add some breakfast sausage. I don't give it a new twist, a new flavor. So I'm just going to put that in there. It also calls for 6 tablespoons of uncooked rice. And you could think of that as 1/3 of a cup of rice plus 1 tablespoon. Let's get this sausage here. You need 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of seasoned pepper. My mother has a note here. I use Lowrey's pepper. Well, I'm just going to use plain old black pepper. Okay. Kind of mix those two together. Let's see. Need a 1/2 cup of finely chopped onion, 1/2 cup of finely chopped bell pepper. I don't have any bell pepper, so I'm just going to use a jalapeno pepper. I've taken the seeds and the membrane out. It's still pretty hot. 1/4 cup of finely grated carrot. 1/4 cup of finely grated cabbage. And you mix all those together. All right, let me rinse my hands. Let me get tablespoons of rice. Oops, I almost knocked that light on. Okay, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And I have already washed my carrot. I did not scrape it. I just washed it good on the outside. I don't care about scraping the outside if they don't look too bad. And I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to put it in there. It's something I don't enjoy is measuring things out. Sometimes you have to, but if it's not necessary, then I don't. You just want to have a big enough bowl so that once you get all your ingredients in there, you'll have room to turn it around and mix it up. I've been wanting to make this for a long time. I haven't made this in years, but it goes good with mashed potatoes, and that's what Mama usually made with them, was mashed potatoes. I don't remember if she made anything else. Of course, when I made it for my family, I would usually have some kind of homemade yeast bread to go with it. Well, that looks like enough carrots. Okay, let's see. I think this is going to be another long video. I try to make them short so they will load up quick, but I just get all involved in what I'm doing. And Don't do that. Okay, now you see I got this jalapeno here. It's already ready to go. Piece of lint or something there. I'm just going to slice it real thin. Let's see. Substituting jalapenos for bell pepper. They seem to last longer than the bell peppers do. I learned that little trick from my sister. Okay. I chopped up some onion. I didn't put a half a cup, probably a fourth of a cup. Onion seems to be bothering me too, so I'll just not put as much in there. And then I need a fourth of a cup of finely grated cabbage. Okay, I'm going to put in some celery seed. I'm going against, not against, adding to what my mother, how she made it. That's what happens to recipes. You get married, your husband says, I don't like that. Or you grew up and as a child you said, I never did like having so and so, I'm going to change it up. It's the way it goes. Okay, some parsley. I like adding parsley to as many things as I can because it has lots of micronutrients in there. Okay, and some salt. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to take a little bit of Crisco shortening. I use the sticks because I can. All right, I want to put a little bit in this cast iron Dutch oven. This is the one that my mother used, and this is what she made all of the Halupki in. Let's get that worked around in there. Okay. Now I'll mix this up. Squish it between your fingers. Okay, then I take your cabbage leaves. I took out all the biggest ones I could get off of my head of cabbage. Make a little ball and roll up your leaves. And then put it with the open side down. Okay, I'll do a couple of these so y'all can see what I'm doing. And I guess if you don't like cabbage, you could always just not put it in cabbage. Just make little patties and put the sauce on it. But I like it. That's why I'm making it. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, I'll be back when I'm finished. All right. I'll put this in a 350-degree oven. It needs to cook for an hour and a half. And after it has cooked for an hour, you take it out and put the sauce on. And I'll be back when all that is ready. And I have some meat left over. Now, if my freezer worked, I could put it in the freezer. Or if I had more cabbage leaves, and they were already hard to get off. That's why you want a really nice loose leaves on your head of cabbage. So I think maybe I could put this in a smaller dish, and I could cook this in the oven maybe, or maybe I'll put it in the air fryer. I'll decide. But I'll be back later. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to put the sauce on the cabbage. And that consists of either a can of tomato sauce or a can of tomato soup. My mother always used tomato soup, and when I got married, my husband asked for tomato sauce. So either way, it's good. Mix this up. And the leftover that I had, I just put it in a pan and just cooked it by itself without the cabbage. I could make sandwiches out of that. Now I'm using Greek yogurt, but the recipe calls for sour cream. So you can use either one. Sour cream or Greek yogurt, tomato sauce, or tomato soup. And that would be tomato soup that is just straight out of the can. Pour that over there. You can, if it's real wet in there, you can take some of that water, the liquid out, but I'm going to leave it in there. Alright, put this back in the oven. Okay, get this other one out. Alright, there you go. Okay, let me just put the rest of this tomato sauce in here. I guess you could even use ketchup in a pinch. Okay, I'm going to pour all that over there. Okay, put the top on it. Put it back in the air fryer. I'll let it cook for a little longer. Whew. Now, as I see it, I'll be eating good for a couple of days. All right. When I get ready to serve that, I'll be back. Okay, these rolls are ready. Now, they took quite a while to rise up. I think they took I don't know, an hour and a half. But they finally did. And I left them in there too long and they got real brown. But that's okay, I'll eat them. I don't mind my bread being extra brown. That's where all the flavor is in the brown. Okay, got those all buttered up all around. Okay, let me open one up. They're hot. Ooh, yeah. Let me put it on a plate here. Put them on this hot pan. Alright, they're probably a little more dense than I would want them to be, but that's okay. They're going to taste fantastic because it's homemade yeast bread. That always smells and tastes so good. Alright. Alright, now let me get out what I cooked for dinner, which is Halupki or stuffed cabbage. I made a video, and it'll probably take me all night to upload both of these, but you don't know when it is, so. Alright, now I'm going to get myself a stuffed cabbage here. Put some of this sauce on there, and I didn't make mashed potatoes, but this would be really good with mashed potatoes, that sauce on there. And also, let me get out, whew, it's hot. Let me get out the other meat mixture that I cooked. So, you know, if you don't like cabbage, you could just cook it by itself. Alright. There we go. Alright. Cut into this. And it's really been years since I've had stuffed cabbage. And the best cabbage to get is when you have a head that has lots and lots and lots of big leaves on it. Because it takes, oh, let's see, how many did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I just couldn't get any more off of the head of cabbage, so the leafier the better. Okay, let me give this a try. Oh, and I almost forgot that I had put that breakfast sausage in there. That's really good. Okay, let me try a roll. And remember, this is mostly fresh ground whole wheat. I did put some just plain old unbleached all-purpose flour in there because I didn't want to grind any more grain. Oh, so good. And this was whole wheat flour and unbleached flour. About 1/4 cup of canola oil. About 1/4 cup of honey. 1.5 teaspoons of salt. A couple tablespoons of yeast. And some water. And that's all I put in there. Oh, I'm a happy girl. Okay. Well, I hope y'all give it a try. And so just have a good evening, good afternoon, good evening, good tomorrow. And remember, please be kind to someone. Someone needs your kindness today. Bye.